Okay, I think I'll record one more tonight. A portion of the Fate Maker's ward is reserved and health cannot be restored, but our maximum health is increased. Well, that would be good for roid shields, right? Yeah, because it'd constantly be breaking. Kind of surprised there's not a Rough Rider in this. Speaking of, again, it's Wonderlands. Wonderlands could totally be a compendium of all the other Borderlands stuff, and yet they're not. I think I might make it a short episode, though. Just checking out my Ecobee report. Exciting stuff on this Friday night. I'm in the top 25th percentile or something like that for Ohio houses. Yeah, boy. You know what the secret to a saving money is? Just don't run your heater and don't run your AC. You don't need a smart thermostat to tell you that. It's cool to get data. Data's power, and what gets measured gets done, and yada, yada, yada. But overall, you could just buy a cheap-ass thermostat and just make the settings go up or down. Like, yeah, they're a little bit more variable. You have a little more control, I guess. But the only real advantage is you get some data, and you can at least know just how much money you're wasting. Especially these days with everything so damn expensive. Our gas bill is just crazy. We only use gas for heating, but holy shit. Probably have to get up there, don't I? I don't even know what the point of all the marbles was either. I know that I've busted them all twice. And I can't even, like, tell you why it mattered. I know there was some, like, cosmetics, which was cool. But the story and what it became, no clue. One thing that sucks about account-wide dice, though, I will say, you don't get that XP. You can actually level up off collecting the damn dice. You know what, Wonderlands? At least you're not Anthony Birch. Okay. Oh, we went to the dark side of the web on that one. Or is that even the dark side? That probably is like a thing people generally agree on in the web. Left, right. It's the one thing we can all agree on. At least we're not Anthony Birch. Let's go find the bard. Look, shark things. Oh yeah, there's sharks. Skeletons, goblins, snake ladies, dogfishes. What is the closest thing to a land shark in real life? A bear? It's the only thing that comes to mind, a bear. And even then, that's not very close. I guess actually like a Komodo dragon. Hey, a mimic. I don't see these very often. I feel like more just random shit happening would be cool. One thing I do appreciate is they did put a lot of different types of weapons in here. As far as melee weapons, kamas, axes, maces, gloves. I wish there wasn't actually a mace. Swords, rapiers. I could add daggers. No, unfortunately, they weren't the last words of Jar. Because you gotta do a lot of dialogue for us to sit there and have to wait through. Which was probably funny the first time. Probably. Then she probably said like, and then I didn't wipe my butt. And I'm pretty sure I went, or,
The soup cauldron and I heard a name. GTFO. Goblins tired of false depression. I've risked my life to join them. But
there has to be a point to this whole thing.
But now I finally have something.
Oh god, wyverns. Fuck. Just, I don't exist. Selena doesn't mess with dragons. Oh, no slowing me down, none of that. This part of this quest is miserable, dude. Dudettes. Ladies and germs. Miscreants of all kinds. Hate this quest. It's a classic Gearbox. Oh, where is he? I went the wrong way, apparently. Oh, dude, it's not the same damn quest anymore. Find the bar, go to Weep Wild Dankness. What the hell happened? Did I not grab the quests? Oh god, I didn't grab the quests. Looks like we're heading back. Speaking of autopilot. More guns we can't shoot. More spells we can't zap zip diddy da. Wyverns as opposed to racks. See, wyverns can't exist in the Borderlands universe. No way, no how. The Borderlands subreddits don't talk about Borderlands either, or Wonderlands. Like, Borderlands did it better. That's the problem with doing this as its own IP and not saying, yeah, it's a Borderlands game, but it's our focus for the next 2.5 years. We're going to do what we always do. We're going to give you lots of value. So you can always technically do more in these games, but do you want to? And can you really call it content? Yeah, I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the melee only run, you know. I could make as many characters as I want. I could go farm. But can you say that that really equals endless content? Technically, yes. Meaningfully, no. It doesn't. It's actually, I was really hooked when this came out for a little bit. I was grinding pretty hard. So, like, I don't want to shit on this game too bad, because there definitely was a point in that first month of release where I really liked it. But I noticed that it's not got, like, legs. I see Halo Infinite just released Season 2. It does what every game with battle passes anywhere should always do. Which is, the seasons don't run out. If you want to do Season 1 grind Season 1. You want to grind Season 2, you bought it, grind Season 2. Just preloading dialogue. See, I was interested in doing the DLC because that would change it up, even though I know we can't quite do it yet. If there were dailies, like if there was 4 bounties I could go do right now, that would be like, hey, that's something we can do, change it up. This right now is 100%. I've done this before. I think everybody who's a Borderlands player did a second playthrough on this game, like excitedly and eagerly, because that's what we're used to. We're used to TVHM, which I don't mind TVHM not existing. I understand getting rid of that completely. And if that's the way they go forward, it makes sense to me. But at the same time, I sort of wonder. Thankfully, the game is much shorter, though. And, like, just doing a zone a day, that's like 9 days, I think. There might be 9, 12 zones total. So 2 or 3 zones in a day. And you could beat this game in a sitting. If you just focus main story and you don't do something stupid like this, melee only, you could beat this game in a sitting. Speaking of, main story after Mount Crawl for sure. probably 2 main story missions, and then maybe the DLC just for shits and gigs. That'll be tomorrow, though. I'm definitely getting to my Wonderlands quota for the day. We've made pretty good progress, so I think we started at level 7. Clearing Mount Crawl would be good. I'm gonna grab it for the money, even though I'm getting pretty annoyed by constantly having to unequip. See, like, let us loot his junk, or just let us sell from right there. Screw it. You want to get rid of the tedium, and you're worried about how we're like too many buttons are taken up. Well, you already have mapped up on the D-pad to be a fast action button. Sweet. If I see a gun on the ground or a shield, or we see a spell, whatever, let's say royal we. Sell. Up on the D-pad, sell. I don't think selling your shit is enough of like the gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is really topped off with leveling up and questing. Maybe that's the problem with the Borderlands gameplay loop, is there actually isn't like a set end to it. So few games get that right. That's one of the things that Fallout and those Bethesda games always did really well. They have like a very clear and satisfying beginning, middle, and end to the loop. Have reason for adventure, quest, or crafting goal or whatever. Go out and do thing. Probably have 15 other misadventures along the way. Discover new friends, make alliances, discover things about yourself that you never knew before, and then go back and put your feet up by a fire and acknowledge and admire all your trophies and victories. Put all your stuff away in what used to be unlimited storage and do it all over again. Like Borderlands has got the hub world with 3 and Sanctuary with 2 and now Bright Hoof. It's got that. It's not bad. The world does change as you quest too. You do open up more stuff. Borderlands 3 was pretty darn good about that, but there wasn't a reason to revisit those areas that you opened up. Here's that quest that I was bitching about. It doesn't matter what you do here. I've done it both ways. We'll intimidate his ass because we're Celine.
So, can we work something out? Vis-a-vis you leaving the village alone?
Threaten me, will you? You think mere mortal weapons can defeat me?
You can be right on top of him and hit catch, but he's got to go through this animation like 3 times regardless. There's an even worse one when you get to the pyramid. They repeat this. This is like the worst type of quest in this game, and it's a type of side quest that they repeat the mechanics to.
And within you will find a weapon.
Oh, I guess we caught him on the first one. I didn't even realize I pressed X fast enough, but that works.
Shipped in the magical fabric of the universe. Did you solve our wizard problem?
Right, yes. We just had a lovely
So this next one, I think we're gonna get to go open the one door. There's a few different ways, and it does actually change depend how the quest works depending on how you do this. And we're gonna go with the one where we're gonna want the boy to come with us, because it's gonna technically be a way we can shoot stuff while still following the rules of the challenge.
I don't know. I panicked. My only other thought was to try and kiss him.
That was your only other thought.
Slams 100% count as melee, by the way.
Allowed on Heat on 6 anymore.
See, make slams great again, dude. They were pretty damn good in pre-sequel. That probably the most controversial and perhaps the most loathed of all Borderlands titles. I guess Gearbox is like, hey, Wonderlands released and people liked it and fans were digging it. Let's go ahead and release Coiled Captors and stay mum about it. See what happens. Maybe we can give pre-sequel a run for its money. Yes, this boy in here. Schneck. There's Jens. Schneck.
Hello, I've got goblin permission to pass. I need to get to that cave.
No, and I don't care who sent you. It's too risky. We don't want any more violence. Ugh, hiding something, fascist? Let's see what you got in there.
If shoot him in the face is option D.
There has to be a joke.
More compelling option.
Why am I not getting it? We want to seduce this boy.
No one's ever looked at me the way you do. The way you make me feel. I would do anything for you. Come with me.
I feel it too.
He feels it.
Absolutely.
And you know we feel it. Who could deny a smile like that?
Disgusting. Fascist pigs. The both of you. The resistance won't forget this.
Did they even give him like tits? What the hell?
So I gotta ask, why do we seduce the little
See, it's hard to take any of the storytelling seriously because it doesn't matter. It's like, it's just Tina's
Felt right in the
creation.
I mean, it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, and now he will not stop following us.
Maybe that's neat.
That's what he wants to know.
I don't know. I think maybe Gearbox thinks it's more novel than it actually is. It'd be cool if this was like the actual world. And do some like It Takes Two stuff here too in the later game. I can at least serpentine. Man, our Dreadwind, our Rasp Enduin is actually starting to do some work. Maybe I should check out Halo Season 2 later. Though, I tend to get kind of bored on Halo as well. So I wish Gearbox would do a PvP game again. Like, if in between content drops, there was something to do other than just farming in this game. Like being able to queue somehow into PvP. Totally. I know most people would think I'm completely crazy and just plain wrong to say so, but that's one of the reasons Destiny has legs. There's a wide variety of activities. Raids, nightfalls, PvP, there's Crucible. There's a lot more than even that, of course, but there's a lot of tertiary activities that have a meaningful result at the end of them. The gunsmith back in Destiny 1 days. That's something this game should have. Hey, every week there's a special quest. It's given out by Izzy, and it results in this week's Izzy mystery weapon, which has one of Izzy's unique enchantments to it. Get out there and do it. If they're gonna play around with this online locked content stuff, which doesn't even work because all you gotta do is take it offline. Something, man, something. Of course, it could just be you're supposed to, you know, beat it and be done with it. 2 Point Hospital's like that to a degree. But they talk like it's a game you're supposed to put quite a bit of time into, and you should want to, and it can justify that. And that's always been the Borderlands RPG thing. Yeah, I bet we could expand our SDU. I can't even unequip it anymore because all the junk. My Pokemon Go refuses to load anymore. It's really weird. At least they look kind of cool.
You, me, a dark room.
I mean, the character model does look neat. Don't worry, Broomfield. I also know what it's like to only have a big sword. I know this feel. And I wonder if there's a way to make Dreadwind last longer too. I know Dreadwind is carrying.
No shame in losing are the best.
The weapon is in your hand.
That right there could probably get us through like 3 levels. Easy.
You know, I think we did all
4% bonus damage per arrow.
Yeah, totally. But I did learn something. And that something is this.
Knock the mic down. That's it. It's over. Rip.
Most of the time.
hard to argue with that.
Sis 89. Melee. Ooh, look at that action skills cooldown. That totally ties into our build actually. That's why we're dreadwinding so much. How did I not notice that? That last episode, I was just like 1 step away from falling asleep. I made myself sit upright and I did this trick where apparently if you just look up and put your head up slightly, you wake your brain up because it is like an instinct for your neurons. See how the aim assist just grabbed that barrel? Very little actual control over where and how your melee goes. These guys are all freaking archers. I don't even need to kill their asses. Bye. Bye, bitch. He never came with me. He was supposed to come with me. When I did this with the second character I made, the dude shot at shit. They changed this quest because he was actually really useful.
I was just thinking the same thing, for sure. Same. Great. This is perfect. So, see you around then, I guess? Maybe? Okay, great. This is great. And now, if you'll excuse me.
He just stays in the cage regardless. Damn, he's in the monster closet. He's still in there boohooing. You can even see him. I wonder if we... it's not worth it. But I am curious if, like, we stuck with him. I think we just did 2 quests for 2 different people. Maybe that's what Jar wanted us to do. You can be level 40 before the main quest is over, though, in this game. Like, well before. I still had, like, 4 quests to go on my ult that I was very, very meticulous in how I was doing it.
I did kill an ancient god older than the sun, but it was super necessary.
It is disappointing to hear you turn to violence, but I am appreciative of your efforts nonetheless. You may keep that.
What were they going for? Like, Jar has a beard and talks like a woman, but whatever. Probably weren't going for anything. Oh shit. This would be great. But, damn it, I have too much shit. Yay, we finally got something like that's meaningful. Melee attacks deal 100% damage against enemies. That's whatever. And then melee attacks deal 6% of all non-melee damage. Well, that's not going to help us at all. We're probably actually better off with sort of edginess, but I appreciate the flesh damage in an area that has a lot of red bar health enemies. Can we kill a wyvern? Nope, we're not going to. Oh, it's doing the damn bard thing. I keep forgery, take pickaxe. Oh yeah, okay. Follow Jar. Well, let's go do forgery. We'll clear this area out. Why not? I think I'll probably just make this a longer episode because I do still think it's gonna be my last episode for tonight. I'm glad we got this started, and I'm sure I'll go back and forth between enjoying it and being ready to fall asleep and complaining about it constantly. But I do feel the slight edge of, oh, progress. It's close. Break into the quarry. Every time I've done this, I've done the extra part of it, and I'm not sure if that actually adds anything. I think it gives you more XP. It definitely doesn't change the end result, though. I'm gonna mine it, though. Speaking of, we could get the goblin pickaxe. We could farm for that a little bit. Because the obelisk that's over there, that's where it drops from. We'll go try it. We'll do a few runs. Yeah, we were doing more damage, I think, with the edginess. And we were definitely getting our cooldown back quicker. Level up. I should be using the bonus that you get for a few seconds afterwards. Skill. A portion of Fate Maker's active enrage timer and a percentage of her maximum health are restored. Movement speed and frost efficiency is increased. I'm going to go with that because I just like movement speed. And I don't completely understand the enraged thing. Fate Maker becomes enraged on action skills start. Enraged duration will not deplete while an action skill is active. 15 seconds. So 15 seconds after you activate an action skill, you're enraged. The enraged effects are what? 45.5% of melee weapon every 20.25 seconds, and you get 20% melee damage. I still think I was actually better off with this. Oh yeah. And we were getting Dreadwind back so much faster. Look at that. Every time we swing it, it goes up a tick. I wonder if there's a way to make it so Dreadwind gets a little bit of health restoration, because that would be really clutch. At least now the commentary is starting to turn towards the game. Still like movement speed, but freeze and stuff. I mean, I think I'm good with going with Berserker, because I know that if an enemy's frozen, you do more damage, and you do even more damage as a Berserker. Okay, let's get the iron together. Action skill cooldown, we'll maximize that. I wonder if they will raise the level cap. I thought they were going to do it with the first DLC. In fact, that's what Adam had told me. But that's not what happened. 81. We do less damage with it, but there is a dot. And I am curious. I know that skill cooldown thing, though, is just like, that's what's really doing it for us right now. Swing speed, I think, is going to be an issue here. Where's the last of it? Now, a lot of this stuff I've got memorized. Why do I not have this memorized? On my third go around. Like, they're not that well hidden, are they? At least you want to think so. What the hell? Where's the iron at? Oh, whoa. Where is the iron? Oh my god. There's no way they tried to make this difficult. I'm sure I'm missing it. It must be somewhere obvious. Not shit there. Already gone back there. Usually like 4 deposits of it on this stuff. Why is there? Where is it? For real? Oh, there's some. It's because there's no extra. It was exactly enough to do the quest.
All right, apprentice. Haul that magic ore back here so I can get to work on my masterpiece.
Yeah, this is just auto open.
Drop the bits of ore
I mean that.
to fuse
I mean it sincerely.
the metal. Fuse the ores, apprentice. Fuse the ores.
Yeah, that's gearbox for you right there. Here's gearbox at it again.
Okay, now it's time to roll up my servo motor cladding and hammer this useless junk into a magic weapon worthy of the gods.
Now the first time I experienced this, it was kind of funny.
No, I'm sure you're close. You've just got to believe in yourself or something.
It's this hammer. Master Tunhammer took the good hammer with him, and that magic ore is too strong for any ordinary tool to work. You try. Use the toughest tool you've got. I loosened it up for you. More importantly, I've done it. I've crafted the ultimate. Wait, what the heck is this?
A spatula.
Well, we tried honest labor, but now it's time to do what you do best. Take better gear from other people and pass it off as your own. Let's be real, we both knew it would come to this.
It is the best way to do things.
I always hoped. Now, where's this gear, mate?
To the mountain of despair!
Ooh.
I am pretty desperate, so
Okay.
also bring the pick. No sense in letting good ore go to waste. If you find any while you're out there, bring it back here for some extra coins. The mountain is
I'm pretty sure there's 3 parts to this,
the bucket while carrying
but since we're already going back here, maybe there's only 2 parts. My memory was we went to like a whole, or I guess in this case it's I, yeah. And a whole nother mine. See, there's these, and these are like minerals themselves. That shit's iron. They should have just let us collect that in the first part.
notoriously clumsy and fell face first into the river. Burn into a crit.
This is the quest that they do a parody on
When will they learn that one wheel beats
crafting systems generally, I think. But ironically, they have the same crafting system in this game, but worse with the moonstones. Like, it's one basic resource, it's overpriced, it's all RNG based. I'd be fine with 16,000 stone cost, and you get to pick from a list. Put what you want on there. Otherwise, they just need to make it way cheaper. This is... Oh, I was somehow able to reach it. Oh, come on, come on. It should be an achievement in and of itself, being able to bat down a bat, melee, flying anything. Oh, your slam gets your melee's elemental damage. Spin to win. Oh, we're gonna have to take on that dragon thing. That'll be interesting. Where's the stones from the last one? I don't think I can spin to win that high. Yeah, that was a big fail. I mean, oh, I got one hit in. I could only stay on the stalactite. There definitely needs to be some change to the game before I do another challenge run. just already feels a little bit. You know, it's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be a grind. There'll be interesting moments where we get a little surge of power and it feels like, oh look, a build's coming together. This is all working. And then there'll be a grind, and then there might be some difficult parts. But I think overall our odds of success are pretty good. Getting to Chaos level 35, I don't see that happening, but tell you what, if we get to 200 subs and this video gets 100 views, and you can tell me whether we take the white gear only challenge run, the spell only challenge run, or the melee damage only challenge run to Chaos level 35. I think I'd only do one of those. What will eventually be Chaos level, I think 60 is the plan. It's a lot, man, especially if they don't make that account wide. There's a lot, and that's not like again meaningful content. Like, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It definitely is a time sink, but a lot of games do time sinks. Even Anthem has time sinks. You can technically play it as much as you want. There's just not a good reason to do it. There's not a lot to keep you. It's not something you're building towards. Better go check on Grandma after this quest. At least the game runs at a pretty steady 60 FPS. Sometimes when Shift's having some issues, everything goes to shit though. I wonder what the player count's like now. How many people stuck with it?
Yeah, fighting people and taking their stuff is way faster and more exciting.
But it's a crafting quest.
My sweet baby friend, I pinky promised that next session we can narrate all the boring stuff you love.
Session, see, she's funny, she's quirky, she's wild, she's different.
Guns and loot and adventure and
Love her. Love her, man. Dungeons and Dragons, Bunkers and Badasses, best DLC ever. I'm not fighting the dragons. I ain't even gonna try. Yeah, we can get to the obelisk while we're down here. Yeah, if Dreadwing could just give us some health back and we like be in it, the more we kill shit. I think that was another thing with Wrath. The more people you killed, the longer you got to be into Dreadwind. It was just completely crazy. That looks like it's probably the damn ice cave, is it? Tell you what, while we're over here though, let's go ahead and do the obelisk. If we can. I'm not completely convinced we have the power.
An ancient obelisk juts from the ground nearby. Touch it not, my sweet, lest ye summon a terrifying creature of dread power. This obelisk will summon a nasty little piggo goblin.
You know, technically that's that one-off skill with the 1 point for the ward gets set aside is like really good in a lot of different directions, both for Nova and for Roy damage. You just can't run any amp shields, but I don't know that there's even one of those that's really worth doing unless you can find a triple amp. I've gotta unequip that spell because I'm just so close to doing it. Suiciders love this one crazy trick. Die, mountain troll. We're not even to the mini boss yet. That is a mountain of health. Oh, what the fuck? He's going over Niagara Falls. It's like 6 people that actually survived that. What is it with the human race that when people sign up Niagara Falls, they were like, I know what I must do. I must get in a wooden barrel and go over it and see if I survive. I mean, not just one guy. There's been like 50 people be like, I'm gonna get in a barrel and go over the fall. See what, not a boat, not a fucking hang glider, a barrel. My people need me. It's not even a matter of damage, it's a matter of survivability. I'm just taking too many hits, having to slowly swing away one by one. Probably the other weapon that gave us Dreadwind faster is the better option here. Then I could at least spam that shit. Oh good, it didn't reset. So we still got this Silver Surfer. Oh, that was timed well. See, oh my god, the way that it auto aims, I can barely touch him. Okay, we have something that does acid. Do we have a melee damage that has, by chance, any shock damage? No, sir, we do not. Okay. That's all right. I'm gonna try this. It's a mistake. That's for sure. Okay, that's all right. Let's switch over to poison for the armor. He's apparently immune. Oh, he just has immunity frames. Classic Gearbox immunity frames. He's gonna try to Silver Surfer away, but we're gonna club him right in the brain here. I got my here clubbing baby seals for fat in the winter. I'm gonna do very little damage because I still got the poison. Oh no, we're doing fine. Oh god, that was home run. Smack the shit out of him. That does 85. What's our spam sword to? 89, so. We did not get the pickaxe. I'm not going to farm it right now. That's probably something I'll do when I'm not recording. I'll farm us a pickaxe. I just want to finish this quest for now and call it an episode. It's already getting long. Permafrost. Again, like they're picking on the fact that you have to go do a lot of busy fetch work, but Wonderlands and Borderlands General has you do lots of busy fetch work and is making you do so right now by doing this. There's no what? Why is that not considered permafrost? That's weird, Joe. Okay, what are we supposed to do? Because I think that was like our last big block of permafrost and we didn't get enough. Well, I'm gonna hack it free. Are they gonna drop some of the permafrost? Imagine if these, each of those swings counted towards cooldown cost. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I side with those who favor fire. But I think I know enough of hate. But yet I think I know enough of hate that as for destruction, ice is just as deadly and would suffice. Die, Froblin Ice Witch, die. A swinging right thumbstick over and over. Doing all this good stuff. Okay, we needed one more here. Where's the last push at? 3 of them left. Don't leave me hanging here. Gotta get my permafrost on. Look at that. No genitalia whatsoever. They made 2 big round butt cheeks and they made the game rated T for teen. But the belly is the genitalia. They identify as belly fat. Dude, where is the permafrost? I know this is over. Oh, I thought it said. Shit. We got that one piece to draw in. Whatever.
Now hurry up and get the hack out of there. Wait, why can't I stop saying hack? Whatever, return to me, hack princess. Ah, I did it again!
All right, but what if we just keep these awesome magic items for ourselves?
That doesn't sound very heroic at all.
What are you talking about? We looted them fair and square. We just risked our lives out there.
I think it glitched out with the last piece.
We agreed to a
The piece we hacked and didn't give us any frost.
Of lies.
It really doesn't matter.
Plus, you don't get XP.
Oh, but I'm so close to my super cool class feature.
Then you know what you must do,
Oh, hey.
Valentino.
Who knew being a hero
Hooray.
was fraught with so much moral ambiguity?
Useless bonus objective. Huzzah. Shit to kill. It paid Wanda Sykes a lot of money for dialogue that people don't care about in after the first playthrough. And Will Arnett, but he does not have a lot of voice lines. Have you even noticed with the Chaos Chambers, he just repeats the same like 3 lines. He must have been being paid per word. We're just spinning to win. That's what this character has become. Dogfishes are buff. They made him like Arnold. Once you get to see that belly. Where are you at, Scrap Trap? How do they put Claptrap in this again? Or is it just another Tina thing?
You've been subcontracting your apprenticeship behind my back, have you? The smithing guild will have my head. Or one of our heads, anyway.
Master Sun,
There's no morphin' way.
they were just helping me with little things. You know, I can't reach the tools on the top shelf. I did all the hard work.
Right. Then let's see your hard work, shall we?
With pleasure. Yay, you there. Place my works on yon mannequin so Master Tunhammer can marvel at my craft.
Here we go. It only took us 1 hour of spinning to win, but we're gonna do it. Hooray.
I told you I could handle it. Take a look at these beauties.
Oh, fine work, apprentice. This is the work of a master. This master. In fact, I made these pieces myself. I'm gonna hammer you and your
This is another mini boss. It's not farmable, repeatable, and I wonder, according to Joel's dude, a lot of these mini bosses have loot attached to them, unique loot. So it's pre-sequel problems all over again. I think there's not enough to motivate people to even get to the end game. Like, everybody loves having a powerful character and having a level 40 dude, and you do feel kind of cool and powered up. And then, of course, you start doing the end game in Borderlands, and you feel useless and weak, and all that power just feels like it goes away. But most of the time, outside of a few builds, I think there's not something that people say like, I want to get to this. I can't wait for that. I want to be powerful because of this.
I know that promotion was headed my way. You can keep that jerk stick, by the way. It's not like I'll be using
There's a lot of tic-tac-toe in this game, by which I mean, like, yeah, you do the thing because you can do the thing, but there's not some great thing motivating you, which usually comes in the form these days of multiplayer, keeping up with buddies. I mean, especially PvP, of course. There's so few PvE, EVP games, and it's probably because the balance is so difficult, but man, they get it right, because it's like, this right here was what we're 100% is going to be worthwhile. I've used that on non-melee characters, and it's been really good. All right, that was a long episode.